Okay, so if you're doing a 180, right, so you're going from here, it sounds like, to when you're turning right. You're going here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Maybe we should just drill the swivel part of it. So if I were going to do it as a swivel, just to make sure we're on the same page, you would be overhand here, and then when you're in this position, you're turning up to the top, and then you would be an underhand here. And then when you're in the bottom position here, you would turn back to there. If you were to swivel, it would be bottom side, and then as you come from here, I do think that's an awkward turn personally, but it's also my left hand, and it's also my weak turning direction, so it makes sense that I would feel that way. As soon as you get there, though, I would take the step to get to here, because that will set you up for the next part of the turn. Left foot forward. You're in overhand with the left hand. It's going to go bottom, then a front. Then as you turn up to midnight and you rotate to your right, you're going to come around the turn, and as you do, step forward and come to your front position again. Yes. Then you're going to pivot again, come down to the bottom, and step again. Right? So that was once around. If you really want to get good at, yeah, you probably want to do this to help you just practice that part of it. Whereas my prescription for me would be doing the other one. Let's say you do 1-4 pedal, and then go bump, 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 back to the 4 pedal. So we do 1-4 pedal on the side, on the left side, and then we're going to turn, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to the 4 pedal. And then turn 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the 4 pedal. Start here, the other way, in underhand, okay, and we'll do the same exercise, where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, well, I guess, well, I would have to start at the top for that to really work properly. So top, front, bottom, back, top, and now turn. It looks almost like your body is turned more closed off than open. And the more you open your back hip and turn out your back foot, the more you're already around the turn. Now, the problem, of course, with that is the more you open your hip to the right, the harder it is for your left hand to reach the back pedal. You have to twist, but also what I find useful is if you lift your left foot when you're in the back position, while you're twisting, you can get the hip back farther to get the hand back farther. The primary mentality I would adopt is always be open to your right, which you can't be, but if you keep that in mind, you'll be more open probably than you currently are. Okay, the next step then is, as you come to here, and you're coming down, as you come down, yes, you grab your poi. And so if you imagine the paddle step, right now how you're executing it is like this. So just watch me for a second, don't even try it. You're stepping forward, and your center moves forward. You rotate and you step forward, so your center moves forward. Versus, do you see how mostly under your right foot, and what I would say is 80% of your weight is on your right foot almost all the time, and you want to think of it less as a step, even though you are probably putting your whole foot down. You want to think of it more like you're pushing off to turn yourself around. But it's a push off rather than a step forward. Because if you step forward, then you have to step back. And then you're constantly... Okay, so we were here, then you're here. Now I want you to do the turn and up, and then step, and then turn and down, and step, and turn and up, and step, turn and down, step. The thing also to remember is if you're going to start out here like this and go around, just remember when you get here, keep going in your flower. Even if you don't keep turning, just keep doing the flower. Yes. Yeah. This to this to this to this. This one where it's here to there, that feels really difficult for me. So I would say my guess is my form is my tendency is probably for my hand to go out more, like that. So practicing the Poilates drill will probably help get me around the turn, like tighter to my body rather than wide like this, where I don't want to be. So that might not be true for you, but it might help. If you have a hallway in your house, you could totally do that in your hallway. You already have the constraint of the space of the hallway to manage your experience, but you're not going to use the poi, so you have the imposingness of the wall already encroaching on you to help keep it small. You want to get really crazy, your shower, because showers I feel like are pretty narrow unless you have those like wide curtain things. Like a regular tub is not that wide, right? And if you're going around and you're gonna have to be tight in your turn. Maybe not a wet shower. Well, yeah, I mean, you might have a silicone mat on the bottom. I don't know. I'm just, I'm safety firsting here,